So hello everyone, and today we are going to discuss the topic regarding the torsion in shafts, and in continuation of the offline classes. We'll complete this topic. So in previous classes we have seen regarding the design of shafts based on strength and based on rigidity point of view, and a few numerical problems has done. On continuation, next we going to discuss the power transmitted by a shaft. So as a part of our introduction, in that we have discussed the purpose of a rotating shaft, where it is used to transmit the power from one end to other end, from one point to other point. Just we have taken examples from regarding, like, it can like if you consider the lathe machine, where it transmits from electric motor to the machine component, or a few examples are taken like that, and that is the main purpose. And now uh, mathematically we will find how to get the power. For that, the formula regarding that, in the terms you have to remember in that case is the shaft which we are considering, that how much revolutions it is making, that we are representing as n equal to number of revolutions per minute of the shaft, where t is the mean torque transmitted. As already we have seen these terminology, which the units considered in this case is Newton meter, and omega is angular speed of the shaft. So we will get the relation for this omega. And finally, the power transmitted by the shaft, that P is equal to, relating to the two terms, that depending on the torque as well as the angular speed. The power transmitted by the shaft is given as, it is the product of the mean torque and angular speed, that is P equal to capital T into omega, representing that is mean torque T and omega is the angular speed. So as we know that omega value for a rotating shaft, the angular speed is 2 pi n by 60. The units for that case is radians per second. So substituting that omega value 2 pi n by 60 product with the mean torque, that is T. So finally we can write the formula for power transmitted by the shaft. So P is equal to 2 pi nt by 60. Units for that in this case is watts. Okay, watts or Newton meter per second, you can write like that. And we will see one numerical problem regarding that. This is a small topic regarding what is the mathematical relation for the power transmitted and by the particular shaft. Similarly, you see the numerical problem regarding this. This is a problem. A solid circular shaft running at 500 rpm. So two kind of shafts generally we have seen regarding based on their how they are look like. One is a solid and other one is a hollow type. So considering this first case, solid circular shaft rotating at 500 rpm, which is transmitting the power 300 kilowatts. And what he is asking, they calculate the suitable diameter of the shaft if the maximum allowable shear stress is 100 Newton per mm square. So the given data as mentioned in the problem is, one is the speed n, it is represented how many revolutions it is taking place per minute, 500, and power transmitted is given as 300 kilowatts. So convert that into watts, 300 into 10 to the power of 3. Is asking to find out the diameter of the shaft. And one more given data in this problem is the allowable shear stress, that is the tau value is mentioned as 100 Newton per mm square. Now we know that the formula of power, that P is equal to 2 pi nt by 60, where torque is equal to you can simplify that. First we try to find out what is the torque, because we know the formula regarding that. So based on strength we have seen the formula, what is the torque transmitted equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. So from that we can derive what is the d diameter of the shaft. Before that we have to get the unknown value to be find out from the power, that is, the power is given, P value, and N value is given. So we can, if you substitute that, we can get what is here, 1 second, right? And in continuation, so torque is equal to 60 into P by 2 pi N. So here there is no T, it's a printing mistake, and in place of P we are substituting in terms of watts, 300 into 10 to the power of 3, not in kilowatts, we have to substitute in watts, by 2 pi into the N revolutions per minute is 500. So torque you got, it is in 5729.6 Newton meter. Okay, Newton meter, 5729.6 Newton meter. Then you can convert that torque value, directly you will get that in Newton meters. You have to convert that into Newton mm. Why? Because to get the D value in mm, convert the torque into Newton mm. So you multiply into 10 to the power of 3 with 5729.6. Next, to find the diameter, we know the torque formula based on strength criteria, that T equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. And from this, first you know what is the torque value, so which is equal to, the tau is given, the shear stress tau equal to 100 Newton per mm square, and pi into d cube by 16. So bring this d cube to this side, and you can make the d value cube root of substituting all these values. Finally you will get the diameter of the shaft equal to 66.33 mm. This is a very simple problem. Next we see another problem similarly. A solid shaft of 20 mm diameter, here directly the diameter is mentioned, transmitting the power at 750 rpm. So this particular 20 mm diameter is transmitting the power with 750 rpm. So the N value is mentioned, 750 revolutions per minute. The maximum shear stress in the shaft is 80 Newton per mm square. Determine the power transmitted by the shaft. So the maximum shear stress in the shaft is, tau value is 80 Newton per mm square. Now the power transmitted by the shaft is asking to find out the P. So I have to get idea regarding the formula, that's power transmitted by the shaft is P equal to 2 pi N T by 60. Now you see D equal to 20 mm, N equal to 750 rpm, and tau equal to 80 Newton per mm square. As from the given data, D diameter of shaft, N is the number of revolutions per minute, and tau is the shear stress, 80 Newton per mm square. Now as from the formula, to calculate the power, that is 2 pi N T by 60. In this unknown thing is, we know the power, you have to calculate the power. The unknown thing is the N we already know, we have to calculate the torque T, we don't know the T. So to calculate the T, we have to use the same formula, that is based on rigidity. We know the formula torque T equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. We know the diameter 20 and tau value is 80. Substituting this, and finally you are getting the value as 125.66 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton mm. Why it is recorded as Newton mm? Because diameter you observe, it is taken in mm. So the value is Newton mm. Next, torque, you convert that into Newton meters. How it can be converted? You do by 1000. So finally the value is 125.66 Newton meters. While calculating or while substituting the torque value in power, it should be taken in Newton meters. And similarly, if you want to substitute the power value in the formula, you have to substitute the power in terms of watts, not in kilowatts. Okay, then only you will get the torque in Newton meters. Next, power transmitted by the shaft, P equal to 2 pi N T by 60. So that it can be taken as 2 pi into 750 into 125.66 by 60. We all known values, this one, N is given, and T we have calculated, that is 125.66. That should be taken in Newton meters only. Finally, we will get the value in watts. So power P equal to 9.87 into 10 to the power of 3 watts. Then it should be get in the 9.87 kilowatts. This is how simply we are solving this problem, this which is based on the power formula. Similarly, next we take for the case of hollow shaft. It's used to transmit 300 kilowatts at 900 rpm if the shear stress must not exceed 50 Newton per mm square. So what it is mentioning, a hollow shaft is transmitting 300 kilowatts. So what it is representing, kilowatts in the sense it is a power. So power equal to 300 kilowatts, 900 rpm, that is N value. Tau value is mentioned as 50 Newton per mm square. Now what is asking, find the external and internal diameters of the shaft, that is capital D and small d. Generally we have given the notation like that, and so two diameters we have to find out, and one condition is mentioned here. Assume the internal diameter is 0.6 of the external diameter. So a relation given in between the internal diameter and external diameter, that is 0.6. Right, we will see how the condition is written. So all these are the given data like this. Internal diameter, that is small d, which is 0.6 of the external diameter, that is 0.6 times of outer diameter. So small d is always less than the external diameter, so that relation it will be written like this: d equal to 0.6 times of capital D, which is given in the problem. After writing all the given data, what we have to find out? We know the power is given. So from the power formula we can write that power equal to 2 pi nt by 60. From this we can get what is the torque. We know the N value, that is 900 rpm, and torque T equal to 60 into P by 2 pi N. So torque is equal to 60 into, so 300 into 10 to the power of 3, that P value. Okay, already it is mentioned in the problem 300, that should be taken in watts, not in kilowatts. 300 into 10 to the power of 3 by 2 pi into the N number of revolutions is 900. So from this we can get what is the torque in terms of Newton meter. The value is 3183. Next, that should be converted into mm. Why? Because while finding into the diameters, that you have to substitute the torque value in terms of mm, that should be Newton mm. From Newton meter it should be converted to Newton mm. So you multiply into 10 to the power of 3. And for a hollow shaft, so torque T equal to tau into, we have this relation. Already we have found that the design of shaft based on strength criteria, we have written this condition, that tau into Zp, that is polar section modulus of hollow shaft. What is that? Pi d to the power of 4 minus small d to the power of 4 by 16 into d. This is the torque formula. And what is the torque finally? That is 3183 into 10 to the power of 3. So substituting all the values here, the tau equal to 50 as mentioned in the problem, tau equal to 50. And next, capital D is, capital and small d is mentioned here. See, from the relation what we have written, the small d equal to, it's 0.6 times of capital D. So the same relation is substituted here. Why? Because no one of the diameter is mentioned here, only one relation between the two diameters is given, in internal and external diameter. So in place of d, you can write that as 0.6 capital D whole to the power of 4 by 16 into d. So finally we can write substituting, getting all the terms in terms of capital D, that is external diameter. Do the simplification process, finally get the capital D external diameter to outside, and you get the value as capital D equal to 71.95 mm. How to find the D? So as per the given statement, that is it's 0.6 times of capital D. So multiply into 0.6 into 71.95 is the capital external diameter. So getting the small d values 43.17 mm. Next, so these are the values what we have found for external diameter and internal diameter for the hollow shaft. Obviously we have external diameter is 71.95 and internal diameter is 43.17 mm. This is what we are finding the diameters of for both the cases for hollow shaft. Okay, so two different cases we have observed. Right, this is another model. Right, you can see a hollow circular shaft of 200 mm external diameter. Thickness of metal is 20 mm. So the thickness of the metal, generally we are the above that hole up to the external diameter, the metal thickness is considered as 20 mm for a shaft, and it is used to transmit 1500 kilowatts. So the power is 1500 kilowatts. It is transmitted by the hollow shaft at 160 rpm. What is asking to calculate the angle of twist, that is a theta, in a length of 5 meters. In a length of, that means the length of the shaft is mentioned as 5 meters. Okay, now from the problem, and they have given the G value, that is modulus of rigidity is 0.85 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square, whereas D, capital D, equal to 200 mm, and this it is mentioned in the problem. External diameter is 200 mm. Thickness is mentioned instead of internal diameter. Thickness is mentioned. So how to get, that is a small d equal to the outer diameter minus 2 times of thickness. If it is a round, you see how the hollow section will look like. There will be thickness at the top, that should be get minus, and at the bottom also there will be thickness. If you take the total diameter, outer diameter, from that you have to subtract the 2 times of the thickness, then you can get the inner diameter. That is a simple process. That means minus 2 times of 20 thickness of that particular difference from the inner diameter up to outer diameter. So finally you will get that inner diameter is 160 mm, and power transmitted, it should be converted to first watts. N value is mentioned, length is given, and G equal to 0.85 into modulus of rigidity is 10 to the power of 5 Newton per mm square. And finally the power P is equal to 2 pi T by 16. So what we have to find out, what is asking, let us see once again. Calculate the angle of twist. So we have to get the theta value. Okay, right. So to get the theta value, we have the relation that based on the rigidity point of view, the design of shaft, we have written that T by, right, some G theta by L, T by J is equal to G theta by L, and you see this is the equation, right? T by J equal to Z theta by L. You have to find out the theta value, which is equal to T into L by G into J. Already we have seen this relation, right? I am not discussing again what is all the term. And here, what is the unknown values in this case? To find the theta, we have to know the torque T, we have to know the length of the shaft. It is given in the problem, that is 5 meters, I think. G value is mentioned, that is 0.8 into 10 to the power of 5 something, and J. So J is the polar moment of inertia for hollow shaft. The case here, it is considered as hollow shaft, I think. It is a hollow circular shaft. So two things you have to find out. First one thing is the torque. How to get the torque, how to find the torque. We have to analyze that. We can find the torque from the power formula. Power is given as 1500 kilowatts, that it can be substituted here. Torque T equal to 60 into 1500 into 10 to the power of 3 by 2 pi into N. N value is also mentioned as 160 rpm. So finally you are getting the torque value in Newton meters, that 89.52 into 10 to the power of 3. So to get, simplify that, first you can convert the torque in terms of Newton mm. Now you got one constraint, that is one unknown value, that is theta. Next you know the L and you know the G and you don't know the J. Again you have to get calculated for polar moment of inertia for hollow shaft. So J is equal to pi into d to the power of 4 minus d to the power of 4 by 32. So finally you know the two diameters. This is the J value, polar moment of inertia for hollow shaft. Please try to remember. Already we have discussed this formula. So pi into 200 to the power of 4 minus 160 to the power of 4 by 32. So J is 92.74 into 10 to the power of 6 mm to the power of 4. Finally you got the other value also, that is J. Substituting all the values of T, L, G into J, substitute all the values, and the value whatever it is getting in this terminology, it will get in terms of radians. The value here it obtained is 0.0568 radians. So to convert from radians to degrees, what we can do, just we focused in the last class. Okay, from degrees to radians it is pi by 180, and radians to degrees it is 180 by pi. If you multiply that, then finally you will get that as theta equal to, in terms of degrees, that is 3.25. This is how you can calculate the theta value. And the next one here, so here also is asking to find out the tau value. Tau value is, you have to find out for a diameter of 15 centimeters when the shaft transmit 150 kilowatt power at 180 rpm. So power is mentioned here 150 kilowatts and diameter is mentioned 15 centimeters. Convert that into mm. For easier substitution we can get, so multiply into 10, that is 150 mm. 1 centimeter equal to 10 mm, and power equal to 150, convert that into watts, into 10 to the power of 3 watts. N is given. It is asking to find out the tau value. What we can how from this given data, what should be find out, we have to get that. Tau is related to, where we have seen that it related to some torque formula, torque T equal to tau into it is a solid shaft, right? It is a solid shaft, so it is some pi d cube by 16 like that. So from that we can find the tau. We don't know the torque, so torque can be find out from the power formula, same as the early procedure, 2 pi nt by 16. And finally torque can be find out by substituting all the values. Power should be taken must and should, you have to, I am repeating again and again, you concentrate here, the power should be written in watts only, not in kilowatts. Substituting here, we are getting the torque in Newton meters, then it should be converted into Newton mm. Must and should, you have to try to focus here, it should be converted to Newton meter torque. Then because the diameter what we are taking here, we are considering in terms of mm, so torque it should also be related to that units, it should be Newton mm. Now substituting the formula T equal to tau into pi d cube by 16, finally we will get what is the tau value here. Why? Because you know the torque, that is 7957.7 into 10 to the power of 3 by pi into d cube, that is 150 diameter. So finally you are getting what is the shear stress induced in that particular shaft, that is 12 Newton per mm square. Similarly here we have one more problem. So it should be right, it's very important, and I'm going to discuss. See, a solid steel shaft has to transmit 75 kilowatts at 200 rpm. Power is mentioned and N value is also mentioned. Taking allowable shear stress as 70 Newton per mm square, that is tau is 70 Newton per mm square. Find suitable diameter for the shaft. Is asking to find what is the suitable diameter. Condition, a different condition is mentioned here, try to focus at this point. If the maximum torque transmitted at each revolution exceeds the mean torque by 30%, average torque, it is exceeding the average torque. Normally we are considering at every time the average torque, it is 30%, average torque we are considering for calculating the problem. But here he has mentioned that suitable diameter is to be find out if the case is mentioned, if the maximum torque transmitted at each revolution which is exceeding the mean by 30%. Now write all the given data, power, N value, tau value, and from the given statement that it can be written like this: the maximum torque T max equal to 1.3 times of mean torque. So power P equal to 2 pi nt by 60. From this, whatever the torque we are finding out, at every case we consider the torque we are finding out from this power formula is the mean torque or average torque, not the maximum torque, mean torque. So from the formula, after substituting, we'll get mean torque equal to 60 into P by 2 pi n. So finally you will get that it is equal to 60 into 75 into 10 to the power of 3 by 2 pi into 200. You know the P already, that is given 75 into 10 to the power of 3 watts by 2 pi into 200. So mean torque find out is 3580. From the mean torque, can we find what is the maximum torque from this given condition? Maximum torque equal to 1.3 times of mean torque. So we multiply into 1.3 of 3580.98. Just if you want to get that value in Newton mm, then multiply into 10 to the power of 3. So finally you are obtaining that value is 46.55 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton mm. So this is what they are getting, and so right, actually the given the problem is asking to find the suitable diameter. After this procedure, what we have to do here, we have not got that value. After getting this maximum torque, substitute, you can take the same formula, that torque T equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. So in place of torque, we have to substitute the maximum torque. Why? Because he is asking to find out that diameter when it is transmitting, when that shaft is transmitting the maximum torque. So you have to, in place of torque, you have to consider maximum torque, not mean torque. Maximum torque is 46.55 into 10 to the power of 5 Newton mm, which is equal to tau value is given here directly, 70 into pi into d cube by 16. We have to find out what is the d value there. Substituting all the values, you will get what is the d. It's very important problem. You please try to go through your textbook. You can get idea, or you can find out what is the diameter after this step, right? This is one thing. And the final case here, so again the same, the power is given 110 kilowatts. He is asking select a suitable diameter, find out the d. Again the same process, n is mentioned, tau is given as 75 Newton per mm square, and you see differently it is mentioned here. Twist is not to exceed 1 degree in a length of 3 meters. So length of the shaft is given as 3 meters, and twist is mentioned, that is the theta mentioned is 1 degree. So to convert the degrees into radians, I told that multiply it with pi by 180. So 1 into pi by 180, you will get the value in 0.01745 radians. G, modulus of rigidity, is mentioned as 0.8 into 10 to the power of 5. So all these are the given things. What we have to finally perform, we have to get the diameter of that. So torque can be found from the power formula. Again the same procedure. What I am doing, all these things you can already discuss number of times. And considering the strength criteria, formula can be written as torque can be get, which is equal to tau into pi d cube by 16. So d can be find out by, because we already find what is the torque here, that is a 4376.7 in 10 to the power of 3. We have got from this relation. Substituting here by the pi into tau is a 75 shear stress, already mentioned in the problem, 75. And finally you got the d value is 66.73. okay, that is one case. And what is the question, you please try to understood, select a suitable diameter. So two cases he has given. One, you have to find out based on strength criteria, how much you have got based on strength criteria, and you look at this formula, T by J equal to tau by R. By considering these things, we have found what is the D. There is another criteria, or where the design of shaft is based on, that is considering torsional rigidity. What is the formula? That T by J equal to Z theta by L. From that we are finding the theta equal to TL by GJ, like that, right? So here, what are the known values in this? We know the torque we don't know the j, we know the g value, we know the theta, that is 1 degree, where you have converted to radians, it is 0.01745 radians, and we know those, and we know the g value, we know all these values except the j, right? So j we can find from these known values, substituting all the values, finally the j got is, its value is 94.06 into 10 to the power of 5 mm to the power of 4. Now we know that to calculate the d, the polar moment of inertia for solid shaft, that j is equal to pi d to the power of 4 by 32, which is equal to the j value. What is that? 94 into 10 to the power of 5. So get separately the d value at outside, and finally you are finding that value as 98.93. okay, so here you observe in the first case, considering the strength criteria, what is the diameter? That is 66.73. Considering the torsional rigidity, what is the diameter? That is 98.33. Now you see, according to the statement, the required diameter of the shaft is the maximum value of the above two values. So whatever the two criteria you have considered, above both of them, you have to choose the maximum value what it has obtained, it may be achieved, that is capital D. You got that value is 98.93 mm. So that is used for the design purpose. Okay, that is the suitable diameter, where he is asking, he is not mentioned to find out for both the cases, but you have to get alert that given data, based on the given data we can find out for both the cases, and according to that we can find what is the suitable diameter. So according to the, considering the torsional rigidity, the required diameter is 98.93. if you take less than this, what happens? It will failure under the torsional rigid. During when it is taking some twisting action, the torsion, that it will get out of shape. So that is regarding today's class, and this is enough for the torsion of the shafts, the previous topics, and also please practice these numerical problems and regarding on this power transmitted by the shafts. Okay, so thank you.